Welcome back, everybody. This is Nicole from Two Nicole's One Podcast. Thanks for listening to our first episode. We really appreciate it. This week, we're going to cover some fun and exciting topics. We really want to talk about the brand new Paris Hilton documentary. Don't give us an eye roll. Just wait and listen. And we also want to talk
about how we met. Let's play that back real quick just to listen to it. Since
because I'm...
See, I don't stop echoing. I think it sounds good.
It sounds good. That was almost good.
I'm not sure if it really makes a difference if there's like lines moving, does it? Because when the lines were there,
well,
I echoed.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to. We're not professionals yet. We'll figure it. It sounds better than it did last week.
Okay. Yeah, at least like we're okay.
Yeah.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Welcome back, guys. This is episode 2 of Two Nicole's One Podcast. Thanks for listening to episode number 1. We hope you liked it. This week, we're going to cover some fun and exciting topics. We're going to talk about the new Paris Hilton documentary. Don't roll your eyes at me, because that's how I know you didn't watch it. And then we're actually going to get into how we met, which I know you're all excited about. So, first things first, Nicole, how was your week?
Let's see. Well, for those of you that don't know, I teach a group fitness dance cardio class, and I was teaching this past Wednesday, and I'm teaching outside right now due to all the COVID, coronavirus stuff, just to keep everybody safe. So I teach on a basketball court because it's, better than the grass because I'm sliding everywhere like a crazy person. So we were on the basketball court, probably halfway through class, and this man comes over and starts bouncing his basketball just behind us. So I kind of turn around and just see him there. He's got to be like 6'8" or something, like a giant man. But he was probably in his late 20s, so just an idiot. Anyways, you clearly see I'm hosting a class now. Clearly you can see that. Music's going, whatever. So we kind of shift over a little bit because he wouldn't stop bouncing the basketball. Then he proceeds to play one-on-one with himself so I don't even know if that's a one-on-one. That'd be
1-on-0.
Yeah, 1-on-0, pretty much. And he sucked. He was not making any baskets, and he played for the entire remainder of me teaching class. So I hate him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that.
So for those of you who don't know, I take Nicole's class, and it's really fun. And I was there too, and it really bothered me specifically because there are some older and smaller women in the class, and even though I might be the smallest one, you look at me, you're like, oh God, Nicole, you're the tiniest person. I know everybody says that, but a lot of times I just take on a protector role. I feel like I should protect everybody. I know you're probably laughing at that, but whatever, it's how I feel. And the whole time I was on high alert. I'm thinking, if that basketball hits anybody, I'm going to break this guy's neck. And like Nicole said, he was a really large man. And the crazy thing was, too, he was really out of shape. He was really large. I'm not saying that to body shame him or be mean, but he was trying to muscle us around almost.
Yeah, it was just...
It's like you don't have the body to do that.
No.
We could have taken him on.
Pretty much, yeah. The only thing I do regret, though, is I have a lady by the name Janet that takes my class. She is a feisty one, and I wish she had been there that night because she would have handled that for us.
I really hope Janet's there next time, and he is too, because then I'm getting at my camera.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But other than that, I had a pretty good week. It's stout season.
Yes.
I'm a big craft beer drinker. I definitely love the coffee stouts, the porters. Pumpkin is my life. I do love those things. Not pumpkin spice coffee. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
But pumpkin beer, I'm about the pumpkin beer life.
I actually used to be really into the pumpkin spice lattes. I would be in the line at Starbucks for the PSL, but that doesn't do it for me anymore. I can't take all the sweetness. I'm just too old for it.
I know. I am just straight espresso. That's
same.
Pretty much it on that front.
Same. Every once in a while, I do like a little bit of a latte, but nothing too. All these flavors, it's just too much. Like, I want the caffeine. I don't want a headache.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if it's too sugary, I can't even enjoy the beverage.
No,
like, I just
it's
can't.
awful.
Yeah,
It's
so
awful.
this is like off topic, but I've watched this YouTube guy, and he ordered this drink, and it was 4 shots of espresso, and I'm like, oh, he's getting something similar to I drink. And then he asks for extra ice in a venti cup. Okay, great. I asked for extra ice too. And then he proceeds to tell the lady he wants like top it off with like heavy cream. So I'm like, okay, that's a lot of cream. And then he asks for 6 pumps of white mocha. And I was like, ugh, why didn't you just ask for a cup of sugar? I just don't get it. That's a lot of syrup. Like a lot of syrup.
That kind of, and this is kind of, another tangent, but that kind of reminds me, I was watching this guy on YouTube before. I haven't really had the time for this lately, but I forget what his screen name is, but this guy, he had spent time in federal prison, and he shows you how to cook things like they do in jail. They call them chi-chis. It's just, I guess, food you make in jail. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, somebody can send in a comment or an email if you know better. I've never been to jail. Knock on wood. They haven't caught me yet. She's still out there. But this guy, like, he makes, make a pizza out of, like, ramen, potato chips, just, like, random stuff that they get from the jail cafeteria.
Okay.
And it's just like, it's just so cool. And it's so cool that somebody's that creative. It just makes you think, if this guy didn't go down the path of being a criminal, he could do anything.
Yeah. Next Food Network star.
Yeah, totally. Because if he can make that, now granted I don't know what it tastes like, but if he can make it to look like a pizza out of ramen noodles and chips and just garbage, like he could, if he had actual ingredients, he could make anything.
Yeah.
Like open up a restaurant.
He should.
Yeah, totally.
We'd eat there.
So, oh my God.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
All right. Me too. Let me just think of anything else before we get to your week. Oh, I do need to talk about, so I'm a big Office fan. Like, I watch The Office every single day. Michael Scott's life. I'm just going to say that. But have you ever seen Sister Sister?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a long, long time.
So they just recently put it back on Netflix, and I was like, yes, this is great. I loved that show back when I was like in elementary school, middle school. So I'm rewatching the whole thing, and I think I'm on season 4 right now, and there's a part where Tia and Tamara are driving to Canada because they just got their first car, and they are driving, and there's a bunch of fog, and they ended up on this dock, and they literally drove into, I think it's like Lake Erie or Lake Michigan or something. And I thought, whoa. Everyone gets all hyped up when Michael Scott and Dwight drive their car into the lake. Tia and Tamara did it first.
Yeah.
So I was cracking up about that. I don't know. I thought it was funny, but obviously it's probably funnier when Dwight and Michael do it. But yeah. I just wanted to put for the record that Tia and Tamara did it first. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, my week was pretty lame. How was your week?
Well, I was just going to add to that. You wonder if the writer was inspired from that.
Oh.
Did they steal it? I'm not saying that they did, but maybe they were inspired and wanted to create a scene similar to it. Or maybe it's just, you know how different people have the same idea and they just get it completely, there's no relationship between the same idea. So maybe. Yeah. Maybe it's just coincidence.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Pretty cool though. I liked it.
Or who knows? Maybe it was the same. Probably not the same writer.
I don't think so.
Too different, but
no.
You never know. So my week, getting back to the whole, Nicole teaches a fitness class thing, and we work out most days of the week. It's really a big thing of ours. I was walking past this gym, like in a strip mall. And, I'm not trying to clown on you for working out in a gym like that. But you see some of the worst kind of people. Not everybody that works out in those gyms is the worst kind of people, but the worst kind of people do go to those gyms.
Sure. And
I looked in the window. This guy was probably 6'4", probably 215 pounds. He was like 24 years old. He looked in shape, and he was thin, but he was like in shape. he is standing there, like, dressed like he was on Instagram to work out. Like, you know how they wear their little socks that's with the Nike symbol. It's like, why do we all need, I don't care. Why does it matter? You know, this is just so weird. But anyways, he's like all dressed like he's on Instagram. He's got his phone in his hand. He has his weightlifting belt on that people use for powerlifting. So I see that and I'm thinking, well, he must be lifting, especially a guy that age, you know, over 400 at least.
Yeah.
He was deadlifting 105 pounds. I counted. For reference, I don't know a woman who deadlifts with a belt on at 105 pounds.
Yeah,
Maybe a child.
Maybe. I mean, I use my weightlifting belt like we were just talking about, but I usually don't put it on until I'm about like at 60 kilos, and I'm still warming up. And again, I just do it to brace myself better too, because I'm like, my deadlift is my weakest lift. But 100 pounds, that's...
Yeah. You know what though too? Because I had to make sure, because I'm just that kind of person. They were the 10-pound plates that looked big.
Oh.
So on Instagram it looked like he was lifting more, but it's like I can see the 10s on there.
Yeah.
I know that, you know.
I see you.
He probably has a fitness account, and he probably has all these followers, and people are trying to take fitness advice from him. And that's just ridiculous, because you people need to back off with that stuff.
It's like those people, they'll be on Instagram calling themselves fitness influencers, and all they are doing is like some bicep curls, a couple crunches, and maybe like some body weight squats that aren't even getting to depth, and all of a sudden they're, contact me if you want fitness tips. Stop it.
Like, my mom could give you fitness tips, okay?
Yeah.
And if that's what you're looking for, my mom could give you fitness tips, and she's not any kind of fitness buff.
Yeah, so it's probably
Seriously.
cheaper than
Maybe
the
she
influencer.
should.
Yeah, maybe she should.
She can make some money on the side, you know?
Yeah, let's get her an account.
Yeah, exactly. My mom's going to be on Instagram. Wait, we'll announce it later, because she's going to have to agree to this.
Yeah.
She might want to slap me later, but, you know.
That's fine.
I mean, kind of related to that, another thing, and this is really in the news. So once this episode airs, TikTok is going to be banned, which, you know, I'm in my 30s. I don't have a TikTok account. You don't either, right?
I don't have a TikTok account, but I have it on my phone because like people will send me like TikTok, so I'll watch it. But if I like go to like click anything, it always tells me to sign in. So I guess I technically don't have an account, but I'll watch like stupid things because like there's like a dog Tatum or something I like to watch.
Okay, that's cute.
But other than that, like no.
Yeah, I've only actually watched videos people sent to me, but I've never downloaded the app or anything. But I know, so I don't really know the full story behind it. But I know that TikTok is a Chinese company. So a lot of the stuff that's going on, it's similar to, you know, how Facebook and Instagram and stuff, it invades your privacy. It really does. If you think it doesn't, then you're stupid. But it's similar. But the reason the U.S. government banned TikTok is because it is Chinese, and you know, the American people and government don't really trust the Chinese government. So that's, you know, the root of the problem there. And didn't you say somebody bought them?
Yeah, I saw something in the paper, like I read the paper.
I still do.
Okay, well I don't. I meant to,
I'm not
I meant to say the internet. So something about Oracle actually has made like a purchase deal for them, and I saw that President Trump has actually agreed to like let them purchase. And Oracle, from my understanding, owns Facebook and Instagram. You could correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I know they own parts of those things. So, and apparently I think it's like November 12th, it's going to be like re-released into the United
that makes
States.
Sense.
But what I don't understand about TikTok is in that same article, it was saying that it's going to be deleted from the App Store. Now, I already have the app on my phone. So yeah. Tomorrow is the app not going to work? Like, that's what I don't understand.
I'm not sure, because they said, so today for us is Sunday. And they said Sunday, so I don't know if there's a specific time today. I really didn't look into it because I don't have TikTok. But there's probably a time, and it is just going to disappear.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Or it'll be there, but you'll click on it and nothing will happen.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. And I've noticed, and I bring this up because I notice people are importing their TikToks to Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's funny because people are making a lot of money off of TikTok. So you have, you know, all these teenagers and stuff that became celebrities from TikTok, not from Instagram, not from, you know, whatever else, from TikTok. So, you know, they need to continue. They can't take 2 months off,
No.
you know, so they're importing everything over to Instagram. And I do have an Instagram account. And because I'm 99 years old, the only TikToks that I really watch, I mean, I like stuff that's funny, but I like watching ones with doctors, and they give us information. So what I first got into is dermatologists, because I like skincare, and I'm not big into the whole influencers like telling me what their sponsored skincare routine is, because that does nothing for me. I'm older than most of them. I've been through more life to have more experience. I like the dermatologist ones. And then I came across this woman who's actually an endocrinologist. And she does these TikToks about fertility and conceiving.
They're funny.
And they are funny. It doesn't sound funny at all, but it's funny. She's Dr. Danielle Lane. So this woman, she actually has her own fertility clinic in like the San Francisco area. And shout out to her because she actually went to the University of Pittsburgh Medical School. And we're from Pittsburgh. I went to the University of Pittsburgh undergrad. I did not go to medical school. I didn't. No, that train, freight train went past. I didn't. I know where it's at. I can tell you how to get there, but I didn't. I could say I went there because I've been by it. Yeah. But she went to the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, or, you know, the medical school, and trained there. So it seems like she's like this really well-established doctor because she has her own practice and everything. But I look every day, her followers keep going up. She probably has like around 20,000 followers. And this woman, she's a doctor. She's a square, you know what I mean? She's dressed like really preppy. She does these goofy TikTok dances. And then it's like, your chances of conceiving in your 20s. And then she points. Your chances of conceiving in your 30s. And she points. And then she goes on from there. And it's funny to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, you have to look it up. Look her up. What was her name again? So people don't...
It's Dr. Danielle Lane.
Perfect, yeah.
All one word.
No, look her up.
Spaces.
She's funny.
She is funny. I don't know, maybe it's because we're in our 30s and that's informative, you know, for us. But it's just funny to see this woman dancing.
Yeah. Because
she's not a dancer.
No, and there's just definitely some comic relief behind those situations. So.
It's cute. Yeah. It is really cute. And you could learn some stuff too.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, fun.
Should we dive into that Paris documentary?
Yes.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. So I actually came across this because I was looking on Instagram. And at first, because I did hear she was coming out with a documentary. I was just thinking, oh, this is going to be, you know, because people don't take Paris Hilton seriously. So I was just thinking it was going to be stupid. But I saw on Instagram someone was talking about how they were also I don't want to put too many spoilers out there. So they were also in the same kind of facility as Paris was as a kid, which really struck my interest because I don't even know what that is. In regards to the troubled teen industry, I have never even heard of that.
Neither.
It makes sense to me, but I didn't really know what that was. So that made me want to watch it. It's on YouTube. It's called This Is Paris. So immediately, it's free. You don't even need the YouTube Premium, whatever they call it. So I actually listened to it. I didn't really watch it, so I don't have the time. But I listened to it, and it was really, really good. Did you?
Yeah, after you had mentioned it came out, I knew I saw some previews on previous like YouTube things I watched for it. So I actually dived into it, and I've never been a Paris Hilton follower ever, but I had like a perception of her. I'll tell you that. I had a perception that she was just a big partier and I don't know, just crazy. But after watching that documentary, like I've totally misjudged her. Like I have a different perspective of her. And honestly, like I was sad watching it. Like
Yeah.
I felt for her. Like I really did. Like if you haven't watched it yet, like you really should check it out.
Yeah, I cried watching it because it's, and we don't want to give too much out, but you know, when you talk about the troubled teen industry, she was institutionalized. But it wasn't so much that she was institutionalized, it was the way she was institutionalized.
Correct.
But I think the most important thing to bring about is she doesn't hold anything against her family. She doesn't hold anything against, I mean, she holds things against the institution specifically,
Yeah.
which I think is the right way to point your anger. But she's very well poised about it.
Yeah, I would agree. I think she even like talking about it, you can see there's pain in her eyes for
Yeah.
sure, but she still held herself together. And I think the important thing to take away from that documentary is like she wants there to be change, and she's
Yeah.
bringing awareness to this. And it was pretty cool that she was able to find some of those girls that she roomed with.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, it would be naive to say she's not going to make money off this because she obviously is. That's just life.
Right.
But it is nice because she has one of the biggest platforms in the world. So it's great that somebody like her is doing this because it seems like the purpose of the documentary was to bring light to the troubled teen industry. Because these are vulnerable people. Nobody wants to listen to bad teenagers. Nobody really wants to listen to teenagers, period. But especially bad teenagers. You know, you believe the opposite of what they say.